Fifth part of the introduction to shell video, and the command I'm going to talk about now is the rm command. So previously we created some empty files and directories, and the reason I've done this is to show you how rm works. Now the rm command is most probably the most dangerous command in Unix. It allows us to remove a file, and it does it like this. So here's my file called file test. I'm going to type rm file test and press enter. That's it. That file has gone. It does not ask you, are you sure? It does not put things into a trash can. It assumes you know what you're doing, and it will delete it. So it is in fact an incredibly dangerous command. More so, the fact that we can ask it, if we wish, to go through our entire tree and delete things. So if I type the following command, which rm minus rf and star meaning everything, this is most probably the most dangerous Unix command ever, because I have now just completely destroyed the entire file tree that I created previously. So let's have a look at all of this again. First, I'm going to introduce you to something called history. What history does is it gives you a list of all of the commands that you have previously executed, and this list is stored in a file, and we can go back through and see everything that I've been typing for the last 147, in this case, sessions. It will go up to just over 1,000. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually rerun this command here, and to do that we use the number to the left of it and the exclamation mark. So exclamation mark 120 will now execute the last command. The command next to that. We can also, if I just type ls, if we want to execute the last command that we ever ran, double exclamation mark, we'll run that. Or for example, if we want to run the last command beginning with a certain character, so exclamation mark L, we'll run the last command beginning with L. If I want to run, for example, touch that I did previously, TOU, it says missing file operand, so I must have just typed touch on its own with nothing else. If I look at history again, you'll see that line 130 there is the touch A1, B2, C3, D4. So if I just do exclamation mark 130, and then if I do exclamation mark for find, you'll see that it's run fine. So there are lots of shortcuts with using Unix and so on. So I have more or less rebuilt my file hierarchy that I had previously before I did my rm minus rf star. The downside is obviously that these were just empty files. If we had files that were populated, we would not bring those back. Now, luckily, rm does have a version that will prompt you to make sure you know what you're doing. And this uses a command line option called -i, which is short for interactive. So if I do rm-i file test, it now says remove regular empty file test. Oh no. And you'll notice I pressed the W key there, and yes, it's still there. And in fact, any key apart from the Y key will say, oh no, you don't intend to do that. So rm-i is obviously the best option, especially for new users of Unix. It gives us a safety net, and I'm going to show you in the next video how we can actually set up our shell so by default it works in this way, giving us the safety net so rm isn't as dangerous as it is by default. And then I will show you how we can cut safety net when we need to, but we have to do it explicitly.